I want to thank you all for coming.
I want to thank everyone for coming today.
How about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it an orchard.
Well, we are finally here. After years of courtship, one postponement, and 1,136 days of engagement.
It's been a long 1,135 days.
We have gathered here today to celebrate Martin and Julie Deskovich in marriage.
They met back in 2015 at a friend's housewarming party. Honestly, though, they really met like 2 years earlier. We have photographic evidence that this actually happened, but they both deny it.
Remember, if you ever feel alone, you just hit me on a telephone. Call me in, honey, I'm in you. Believe it. I got everything you need. No trouble, don't need a thing. Snap your fingers and I'm on. I got everything you need. Don't need a thing. When we were younger, you started on with a look you gave.
Yeah, you were really
We met at a housewarming party for one of our friends.
But we actually should have met like years ago because we were always at the same parties. There's this huge like infamous blurry picture that we have where like I'm a blur, but you can see Julie, but you can tell later in a picture, later like that's what I'm wearing, like, you know, with it's like an ugly sweater party or something.
Won't you fill the room without a whisper? When we were younger.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We are here today to celebrate the union of Martin Edward Deskovich and Julie Ann Petersky as they join hands in marriage.
Marty and Julie were meant for each other. We knew that it was meant to be once they started dating. Everybody knew it. Like, there was no question about it. We knew they were going to be together forever.
I was like, oh, so, you know, before I even asked for the number, like, oh, so like, you know, what's like her plans and stuff? She's like, actually I'm moving to California. I was like, oh, so I'm thinking like, well, that's over. Before it even gets started.
I cannot remember how long ago, maybe 15 years or so, I was in Walgreens searching for a card for my good friend's wedding. As you know, Walgreens has a lot of wedding cards, and each card has its own unique way of describing love and marriage. But I found some commonality amongst all those different cards. At its core, marriage can be broken down into three things: love, understanding, and commitment.
Flash forward to March, we got the St. Patrick's Day parade and we're at his dad's house. Party's kind of dying down, you know, the fire is kind of glowing low, and then Dan keeps texting me like, hey, you should come to Hinkinings, you should come to the bar, come on to the bar. So I go over there and then to meet him, and then all of a sudden I see her and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm doing great. And
I was like, you just come in for the parade? And I was like, oh no, I moved back. And he's like, oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, like when? Oh, December. And didn't give me the call, so okay. Yeah, this is March.
And I held my breath and like it was my last one. But you stared there right in front of us. You stared there right in front of us.
It is Marty and Julie's love, understanding, and commitment for each other that we are here to celebrate. Marty and Julie. We are all here today to hold you up in happiness and celebration, but in a couple of weeks, some months, maybe some years, life's going to catch up and it's going to intervene. You will face challenges and many hurdles along the way that will test your relationship. Just remember to face those challenges together.
He's a man of integrity, honest, loyalty, wears his heart on his sleeve, and he'll be there for you whenever you need him.
I felt like this before.
And with all the great things I could say about Marty, he was missing that one thing. His other half. And he found that in Julie.
And since that very first time we saw Marty and Julie together as a couple, we saw that spark of love. You are now a team, two equal partners, hand in hand.
When I saw you for the first time, when I saw you for the first time.
Now, I hope you've all had a lovely time so far and continue to have a fantastic time as the evening progresses. So without further ado, I'd like to take this time to roast the bride and groom on their magical day.
This life is a day.
Even though I might not have been their first choice, Julie's beloved cat, Sebastian, had a prior engagement.
Thanks, Marty, for always taking care of my sister. Your kindness and patience does not go unnoticed, especially when she's getting ready. With Sebastian.
Anything is possible. Everything is new. And we'll carry each other. Carry each other. Running wild into the night. Technicolor blue. And we'll carry each other. Carry each other.
In conclusion, to quote Thomas the Tank Engine, now Thomas is as happy as can be. He is never lonely because there is always some engine to talk to at the junction. I wish you two the best for your future as husband and wife.